Welcome to day 30! Yes, I have only eaten meat for 30 days. And today we're going to be talking about that and everything that has gone with it. I know I didn't post to day 25. That is because this last week I started at this new organization, and let's just say it's been an itsy stressful. That's okay, because stress equals success, right? If you ain't stressing, you ain't moving forward. So it's been awesome. So the last 10 days has been great. I've had some ups and downs and turnarounds and woodity-woodity-boo. So in the last 10 days, I did a 48-hour water fast on top of the carnivore diet. So overall, in the last 30 days, there has been a total of 7 days where I've fasted completely, if you combine them all together. So that's 1 out of 3 weeks, or 1 out of the 4 weeks in the last, 1 week out of this last month that I pretty much didn't eat at all. And by pretty much, I mean I absolutely didn't eat at all. And so I would do 48 and stuff like that. And then one time I did a 72. So take that into account whenever it comes to calculating my weight loss. Also, on the days that I did eat, I would only allow myself 1 pound of beef, regardless to whether it was hamburger meat, a steak, or whatever. Limited myself to 1 pound. Why? Because I wanted that calorie restriction on top of the carnivore, because I'm not hungry. I'm never hungry. I have faced some trials in my life, and the one thing is, no matter what you're doing in life, you're always going to have trials and struggles. And I'm going to keep this really brief because I know you guys don't really care, but me and my ex, my high school sweetheart, Miranda, I'm only going to say her first name, we had rekindled something in the last 3 weeks, and then it ended yesterday on a flip of a switch, as I knew it would end on a flip of a switch, because that's her MO. You know, everything is hot until it's cold. There is no in between with her. And so usually when this has happened in the past, I start doing some self-destruction. I spend a long time depressed and upset and really just, keeping myself in a sad state and just using that depression of thinking that I was going to be able to spend the rest of my life with her as an excuse to have bad behavior. And I'm not doing that anymore. Why? Because I'm an adult and I know that I'm in control of my actions. So just as I literally told her it was going to go down the first weekend, she started texting me again. I was like, look, this is how it's going to happen. It happened that exact way. One day everything was hot, the next day everything was not. Oh well, I knew it was coming. So anyways, back to the weight loss. So during the last 30 days has been hard. The beginning of the 30 days has been hard. Why? Because that carb withdrawal is a real problem. I don't think people really understand what it means to have carb withdrawal. Most people don't even think they have, there's people walking around that's 400 pounds, that don't think they have a food problem or a food addiction. And you know what? For those people, I hope one day you can realize that you do have a food addiction and you do need help, because I don't want you to die from your addictions. I want you to have a long, successful life. So the last 10 days I have struggled, partly because of this, this time things are going to be different. This time things are going to be great. And yeah, right. I should know better with her. And trust me, it ended with me blocking her number and telling her to block mine. And I'm never, ever, ever going to talk to her again for as long as I live. Why? Because I have goals. I know my why as to why I want to succeed. If you know your why, you can find your how. How am I going to never talk to her again? Because I know my why. And my why is because I want to get married and have a family. And that's never going to be possible with her, because from one day to the next, there is no stability. One day everything's super sweet, next day everything is super bad. And she came out of the gate in the conversation yesterday with an attitude, and I knew immediately that it was going to end like that. And there was no stopping it. So I just let it play out to its natural conclusion. So in life, You always need to know why it's important for you to keep succeeding or for you to be going in the path that you're going, because you are going to struggle on this carnivore diet. And my why, as I've stated, is to get married, be the best version of me I can be, both physically and mentally, and spiritually and emotionally, so that I can be the best partner I can be for my future partner. So that's why I want to lose this weight. And yes, I'm gonna get to my weight loss now, because I know everyone out there is screaming, how much did you lose in 30 days? I gotta know, I need to know, come on, quit teasing me. I started at the beginning of August at 257 pounds. And this is kind of sad, but for the last 3 or 4 days, I have plateaued at 220. I get it, that is a huge amount of weight loss. You know, it is really a huge amount of weight loss. Even for the carnivore diet, that is crazy weight loss. But that's because my calorie restriction has literally been like 1 week, 7 days of basically not eating this last month, you know, doing a minimum of 48s on those not eating, and, you know, 2 48s and a 72. And then on the days I have been eating, like I said, it's been a pound or less, really, of beef. Yeah, so from 257 to I've plateaued at about 220. It fluctuates up and down around that number for the last 3 days, and that's been a problem. So what I'm planning on doing now is, instead of using this will they, won't they with Miranda, and now that I know that there's never going to be a future with her, I can let all those emotions go from her, and instead of using it to self-destruct like I have in the past, I'm using it as a catalyst to improve myself even more, because I know that this is just a learning opportunity. The universe brought her back into my life so that I can prove how strong I am for my future partner, because it is a strengthening tool, not a tool for self-destruction. You know, within Stoicism, you have one thing you control, and that's your mind, nothing else. If you want to learn more about my Stoic beliefs, click on, you know, yesterday's video from the middle of the night. But so I'm using it as a tool to strengthen myself emotionally and mentally and physically, so that I can still become a better person for the person I am meant to be with. And so as of today, on day 30, I was going to have a quote-unquote carnivore cheat date on today. And by cheat date, what I mean is I was going to make this really epic carnivore meal that I found a recipe to online. And it's kind of cheaty because it does have a little bit of dairy products in it. But I decided to, instead of doing that on day 30, that'll be day 90, success day. And I'm just going to be doing a 72-hour water fast as of right now. So hopefully, so I can break through this plateau and really start cranking the numbers back down. I'm wearing a large t-shirt. This right here is a regular large workout shirt. And I can tell you right now that this shirt technically fit me at the beginning of the month. If you call a shirt looking like it's been painted on your skin fitting, then it technically fitted me at the beginning of the month. But now it fits me like loosely, like a shirt's supposed to fit. I was wearing a 1XL and sometimes a 2XL. And now I'm down back to where a regular large fits me all right. Where I want to be at the end of this goal, and hopefully in the end of the next 60 days, is around the 170 marker. I realize that is a huge amount of weight to lose within 60 days, but I think I'm capable of it, because I've, like I said, went from 257, it's really 256.7 or something like that, but I'm saying 257 down to approximately 220 in 30 days. That's a pretty large weight loss. I went into my class this Friday and people noticed. People absolutely noticed. And they complimented me, 1 on my hair, 2 on the beard, and 3 on my weight loss. And here's something weird that happened. Girls were really touchy-feely with me for the first time in a while. And I'm telling you, when I was 160, there was nothing, I would have to go out of my way to keep women from trying to get with me. I don't care what anyone says, it is easier to date when you're thin. The problem is last time I was that weight, I was less interested in a long-term relationship like I am now. So I want to get back down to that because I know my best weight is around 160, 170, and that's gonna be where I can have the best success of getting a life partner, someone that I can grow old with. Because that's what I really want, is someone that I can enjoy being around and someone that I can enjoy their company and enjoy talking with them, and you know, all the wonderful relationship stuff and stability. I've said it before, but stability is important. I will never have that with my ex, ever, because every time I talk to her, I don't know which version of her I'm talking to. And there's one that I really love, and there's another version that I don't love. And I can't play that game with her ever again. I'm getting too old, you know? I want something more than just that. And can you blame me? I'm curious, what is your reasoning for losing weight? Have you thought about going on the carnivore diet, or are you currently on the carnivore diet? You know, and is weight loss your goal? And why is weight loss your goal? I want to know. Or why is carnivore right for you? I want to know. I want you to be really honest with yourself. You know, I want a family. And I came to that conclusion over the summer when I went down to Florida to see my best friend Casket. And I was hanging out with him and having a great time, and we were on the beach, and I was just laying in the water as the waves were just rolling over me. And I was thinking, this is a fun time I'm spending with my best friend. And I came to the conclusion that it's not about what you're doing, but it's about who it is you're experiencing things with that's more important. You know what I mean? And that day just really made me change my perspective on life, because I want to have someone that I can grow with and have those life experiences with. Someone that I can spend my life with, and just, you know, because it's more meaningful when life is more meaningful when you're doing stuff with someone who is meaningful to you. Take that as a lesson for me. If you're, you know, if you are a young man, learn from that, because it's going to make a big difference in your life. The people in your life matter a lot more than what you're doing in your life. So ultimately, yeah, I'm hoping I can break through this barrier. My goal for the next 30 days, and I've been asked to start weighing myself on video, and I'm not going to do it in this video because I am very disheartened about being stuck around the 220 marker, but I will start doing it as soon as I break through that plateau, because I feel like it's important for you guys to actually see the scale. And I've been asked a few times, but yeah, so let's see here. My goal for the end of next month is to be in the 190 range. Even if it's 199 at the end of the next 30 days, I would love to see 199 on the scale. I realize that is a big pill to swallow. You know, that's approximately 20 pounds to lose. And I've already lost all the water weight. I ain't losing no more water weight. I have been walking. I'm going to continue walking. Monday through Friday, it's a little hard to walk because I'm so busy from like 9 to 5. But I'm going to try to get my exercise in, and I'm really going to focus on my why. And also, another life update is, since I know my why and I know my goals, I am going to start joining dating websites. I don't know what y'all think about dating websites, but personally, I'm not opposed. I've been looking at some research online for the best dating websites, you know, based off of successful relationships. And I've come to the conclusion of 3 that I'm going to be joining here in this coming week. And I look forward to going on some dates and hopefully meeting someone that I can spend my life with. I mean, that's the goal here, and you're never going to do that until you start going out. And now that I know things between me and my ex are never going to happen, I have nothing holding me back. So I'm joining the dating websites, and I'm looking forward. I'm never looking back again. So Also, in the last 10 days, I'm sorry, this update has been scatterbrained. I understand. I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to splice it either. I've got a lot of stuff I have to get done before tomorrow. So you'll have to forgive me on that. But subscribe if you want to join my journey and you want to see my carnivore weight loss. I would love for you to be a part of the family. You know, I love my carnivore peeps. But I did start having dreams about carbs this last week. I dreamed about eating spaghetti. I mean, I've dreamed about eating garlic bread and all sorts of things. Sorry, it's raining outside. Sounds wonderful. I'm probably going to go sit out there and listen to the rain for a while after this. Sounds really peaceful. But, so carb, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, that wasn't too loud. I'm sorry. So I have been dreaming about carbs and I have been wanting carbs. And on top of that, my DoorDash app is like 50% off your next 3 purchases. Come on, order from us, DoorDash. And so I uninstalled DoorDash, I uninstalled Uber Eats. I was like, nah, ain't doing it. And I chose to be strong. I almost caved in yesterday, but thankfully with my ex walking away, gave me the strength to not cave in and gave me the strength to keep going, because we all know, if you know your why, you'll find your how. I hope you know your why. And if you don't, you should really start thinking about it. Why is this important to you? This has been Blind Justice, and if you have any questions for me that you want me to answer in the next video, or anything you'd like to see me do, or blah, 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 feel free to ask down below. I really enjoy reading your comments. It keeps me strong through the hard times, you know, the hard days on Carnivore, which there is still some. It keeps me strong, keeps me going, and makes me, feels good, you know, to get some support. So leave me some love down below. I could really use it right now. And remember, you gotta love yourself before you can love others. And if no one has said it to you today, I love you.